the CCI office bearers and Dr. Krishna in particular for giving me this opportunity. Actually, CCI is doing an awesome job of conducting regular top-notch CMEs every Thursday on a wide range of topics, simple as well as complex. It gives us knowledge where we sit. What more can we ask? I remember CCI from the days when it was started as a professional WhatsApp group, used mainly for case discussions as well as second opinions from professors and colleagues in an informal manner. Dr. Krishna's vision as well as the tenacity of the office bearers has made this group into what it is now. Still informal, but much more organized. Tonight's topic is another masterclass worthy of its name. Though the ultrasound is with us from a few decades, its role in lung pathology and critical care is unique. Right now, it's taking up the role of chest X-ray, CT scan, as well as a stethoscope in the pulmonologist's hands. Actually, it may even replace a Littmann, or Littmann may make an ultrasound probe in the future. Jokes aside, we need the technique as well as the knowledge, because we need to interpret what those black and gray lines mean. Tonight's speaker is a renowned pulmonologist from Delhi, Dr. Anuradha. Madam has done her MBBS from Lady Hardinge Medical College, her diploma from VP Chest Institute, and her DNB from St. John's Medical College. She is now working as a pulmonologist in Army Hospital, New Delhi. Madam is also the state head of CCI, Delhi. I also welcome our fellow panelists, Dr. Ravi Doshi, CCI National General Secretary, Dr. Narendra Mittuku, CCI National President, Dr. Narayan Pradeep, CCI Chairman Trustee, Dr. Amutha Kumar, CCI South Zone Governor, and Dr. Agam Vora, West Zone Governor. Due to the unfortunate demise of our founder, Shri Krishna's father, Shri Navalli Hanumantrao, this CME has been converted into an oration masterclass. I now request Dr. Amutha Kumar to say a few words of condolences in view of the oration masterclass. Dr. Amutha Kumar, please.
Thank you, my family of CCI. After a long time, I come. CCI is Krishna, Krishna is CCI. That's what means. I personally heartfelt condolences to my own father, Sri Hanumantrao, father of Dr. Krishna, a man of discipline, ethics, philosopher, and peacemaker, to whom and his wife, that is our Krishna's Amma, and the whole family of Krishna. He inculcated a deep sense of spirituality in our founder, Dr. N.K. Krishna, from a tender age of 3. Dr. Krishna could read all the spiritual granthas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, from the age of 5 only. I was really blessed more than any person ever equal to Dr. Agam Vora, as the whole family of Krishna has accepted as our chief guest during the 3rd CCI Con Madurai. And that is the only time the both Mrs. and Mr. Hanumantrao has come to Hotel Marriott outside their family for 4 days. Those days were marvelous, and spending homely time as father, whom when I miss father 6 months back at that time. In today's gathering, the bodies may be different in our CCI family, but the soul will be always one, in and around Krishna. Sri Hanumantrao is a man of epic. I feel, and I think we feel, we have blessed to live in such an era with such a nobleman person near us, with us, and inside us. It is my privilege to say I know such honorable person in my lifetime, even to my grandchildren after few decades until my last birth. For Krishna and his family, we always say we are with you, inside you, and around you, and always with you, always, always, always. Thank you.
Dr. Ravi.
I would like to offer very sincere condolences to Krishna sir on the loss of his father. The loss of father is always a great and irreplaceable thing in one person's life, and that too in our dear Krishna sir, who has helped build CCI's family. It is a loss which we all of us feel personally. To describe this great man and simple man, I would just like to say that his treasured possession was a bicycle, which incidentally he had brought when at the time of his son's birth, our Krishna Sir's birth, which he cherished till the last days of his life, on which he used to travel 30 kilometers also to visit his deity Hanumanta. And he used to use his cycle. He was such a simple but agile being that he used to cycle regularly, and he used to use it regularly till he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, epilepsy, and hypertension. And he was even offered a gearless scooter by our dear Krishna Sir, but he just told to Krishna Sir that at this particular age he doesn't need a scooter, and he was very well content with his cycle. Such was the nobleness and simplicity of this great person, Sri Hanumantarao, to which I think on behalf of CCI, all of us would like to give condolences, because we see Krishna Sir, and every son is the true embodiment of his father's thoughts and vision. And in that we see Krishna Sir's vision, which is also carrying CCI to the forefront and bringing CCI to the forefront in pulmonology, not only in India, but I guarantee you throughout the world very soon. Thank you.
Dr. Aga.
Good evening, everybody. Today we are here to offer condolences to the departed soul, Shri N.H. Rao, father of our beloved president, Dr. N.H. Krishna. Allow me to say this. I never got chance to say, I love you. I never got chance to say that I will miss you. Nobody told me that you're going to leave us now. It hurts that I never got chance to say goodbye to you. I got to learn from Krishna that Mr. Rao was a visionary. He was a self-made person. He was a very hard-working man, also a family man who loved his family, who loved his children. He touched many lives during this mortal journey in this world. And all of them would always miss him now, since he left us for heavenly abode. Parkinsonism affected him, and it made him incapacitated. But that did not let his enthusiasm die. He was full of life. He always had a very charming, infectious smile on his face. I got chance to meet him, meet this giant personality, Shri N.H. Rao, on 2 occasions. Once at Madurai and then recently at Goa, where I had a chance to spend 2 full days with him. He could not much talk. He was on wheelchair, could not walk, needed help while eating, needed help while moving. But he always wore that loving signature smile on his face. I'm sure all of those who were there with us at Madurai know how happy he was when he was offered a small Lord Krishna idol by his new family, that is us, CCI. As Ravi was talking, he was very, the bicycle was very close to him. That was his prized possession. And just because when he could not any longer use it, he gifted this prized possession to his household worker's son. Look at the generosity. Even when he was not in good health, he remembered donating this particular cycle, something that is very close to him, to his worker's son. As I hear from Krishna, Krishna was made to read Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita in Kannada at very young age. So that at the age of 5, Krishna could not only read, but also understand the meaning of these epics and these qualities. The sanskars go a long way, and it really helped him become what he is today. So when I see Krishna on this national stage, coming from a simple background, coming from a simple family, from a small town place, with very humble educational background, this success does not come to me as any surprise. He had to do well. He was trained to do well. He was groomed well. So he had no option but to do what he is doing today. In my Gujarati, I'm a Gujju guy. In Gujarati, there is a saying, "Kuwama hoy to hawada ma aave." It means if there is water in the well and you put a bucket and fetch a pail, you will get water in that bucket. So by looking at the water in that bucket, you can judge the quality of water that is there in the well. A lot of you may not know Krishna's father, but you all are aware of Krishna's capacities. You all are aware of Krishna's personality. So I leave it to your imagination to judge and visualize how giant Sri N.H. Rao would be. Mr. Rao had a small family when he began his journey, but over these many years, his family grew. His family grew beyond his city, beyond his town, and now it is on the national front. And on behalf of the entire CCI family, I say, on our dark days, when we would feel inadequate, unloved, and unworthy, we would remember whose children we are. We know that you are somewhere there in heaven, looking at us, blessing us. I wish, I hope, and I pray that the departed soul finds rest in peace. I'm sure Krishna's dream. May God give enough strength to the family to bear this. I'm very happy that today's program on Masterclass is converted into oration, and that too in the memory of our beloved founder, President's father. And the first oration is being awarded to Dr. Anuradha Ahuja. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Narayan Prathipa to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's masterclass, which is converted into oration in the fond memory of our founder trustee, Dr. Krishna's father, Hanumanta Rao. So we miss you, sir, and I have a fond memory with him because I met him first in the Davanagere when Dr. Krishna invited me for his every year he conducts one Asthma event on Asthma Day. Last 17 years he is conducting regularly, and it is even mentioned in the GINA website also. So that was the first meeting where I could sense the great personality and how he inculcated or developed a leadership qualities in Dr. It is said that we are born and not made. That is certainly the case in our founder, Dr. Krishna, and his hard work and dedication. He is now able to found a national association, National Trust, Test Council of India, which helps each and every pulmonologist and it connects both emotionally, scientifically, and academically. And we feel like we are like a family. And thank you, this wonderful oration.
I request Dr. Narendra to speak a few words.
Dear friends and CCI family gathered here today, this day today is a hard one for us all. It is so much easier to mourn in silence. It takes away the worry of the not being able to get your words out, or even just simply getting the right words out. But silence or not, one thing which I am sure we all appreciate today is being here all together, sharing in each other's silence, sharing in each other's moments of thoughts for Sri Novala Hanumanta Rao Garu, who was a superintendent in Government Science College in Chitradurga, who we all love as a friend, a loved one. We will all have our own personal and special memories of Mark Sri Hanumanta Rao Garu left in our hearts, in our lives, and it is very hard for me today to be up here, hearing my own thoughts out loud, trying my best to focus on happiest times Sri Hanumanta Rao Garu brought us, rather than the fact that Sri Hanumanta Rao Garu is no longer here with us today as known it. We love and miss you, Sri Hanumanta Rao Garu, past, present, and future. Thank you. And I have one more task in my thing to felicitate Dr. Anuradha Ahuja for this oration speaker with a certificate and memento for his talk on today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those beautiful words. Thank you so much, sir, for those beautiful words. Before I hand over the session to Dr. Anuradha, I would like to say a few words about Sri Hanumanta Rao. Actually, sir was the prime movement before Dr. Krishna's, actually Dr. Krishna became a great leader, I think because of his father's strength of character. That's exactly he has got from him as a gift. Actually, Sri Hanumantrao was born on 8th February 1946. He came from a poor family, poor in financial matters, but not in culture and tradition. Actually, Dr. Krishna was named after Sri Hanumantrao's favorite god, Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna of Udupi. He was a person who could recite Vishnu Sahasranama from memory and inspired our noted Kannada public speaker Gangavati Pranesh to start recite Vishnu Sahasranama. To summarize, Sri Hanumantrao was a potter. He turned Dr. Krishna from clay or mud into a beautiful pot. That's all I can say at this point of time.